Ladies and gents, this is a new series of talks on some major events of each week. Politics of performance. BJP under PM Modi has created a new template for winning elections, even beating incumbency, as the recent assembly elections in Gujarat show. Earlier, political parties offered lollipops like freebies or empty promises without ever intending to fulfill them. But if BJP also won three consecutive assembly elections in Gujarat under PM Modi when he was CM there, it was because he brought all around development to his state. Sardar Sarovar Dam was finished and really brought water to the parched lands of Saurashtra. Moreover, Modi brought a new scale to the domestic and foreign investments pouring into Gujarat. The first vibrant Gujarat Global Summit was inaugurated in 2003 by the then Deputy PM Lal Krishna Advani. Since then, Gujarat has generally been the most preferred destination for foreign and domestic investors. This has made Gujarat one of the most heavily industrialized states in India, with a major share in India's petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, auto, textiles, chemicals, ceramics, and jewelry industries. And even after he became PM in 2014, the same story of fast tracking projects in every field has been continued all over India. So, in just 8 years, the length of expressways and highways has almost doubled in our country. New railway tracks are being laid, safe and ultra modern superfast trains are saving precious time. The strategic Northeast, neglected for decades, has seen phenomenal infrastructure development. The telecom sector wears a new look with the introduction of 5G in India. The auto industry is showing a spectacular growth, which will soon make India a major auto hub of the world. Sectors like electronics, telecom, textiles, pharma have also picked up and make major contributions to our economy. The success of IT sector is well known, and now India has also barged into the highly sophisticated semiconductor manufacturing. Above all, we are fast ending our dependence on foreign countries for our defense purchases. We are now making our own armaments, even our own ships and jet fighters, as also our own short and long range missiles. Thus, PM Modi wants the voters to vote for his party on the agenda of development. And right now, amidst so much economic turmoil all over the world, India keeps growing steadily. So, when national elections take place in 2024, the major plank in BJP's manifesto would be a solid record of all-round development. I come to the second topic. Will there be peace in Ukraine? I'm discussing the issue again this week since war fatigue inflicts both combatants. On December 27, President Zelensky of Ukraine dialed PM Modi, urging him to help in bringing peace between Ukraine and Russia. In fact, Modi and Zelensky have discussed the issue 4 times on phone so far. India has also been providing humanitarian aid to Ukraine. Earlier in September, Mexico's Foreign Minister Casubon had also suggested in UN that a committee comprising PM Modi, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and Pope Francis may be constituted to bring peace to the troubled region. And later, President Macron of France had also proposed that he is willing to work along with his friend PM Modi to work for such a peace. India's role as a peacemaker has been recognized for long. As far back as 1953, it was India who had worked hard to build a consensus between US, Russia and China and helped to bring about the armistice that ended the long Korean War. Even in the Russia-Ukraine war, India intervened at two crucial moments. In July 2022, Russia had blockaded Ukrainian ports so that Ukraine could not export its grain to the world and earn badly needed money. India successfully persuaded Russia to lift the blockade temporarily. Then in September, it was India's intervention that saved the world from a nuclear catastrophe, for Russia had started shelling a nuclear plant of Ukraine. But PM Modi spoke to his friend Putin and the bombing was halted. This was acknowledged by CIA Chief William Burns also. In fact, Putin, who trusts India has spoken to PM Modi 5 times on phone, sharing each time the latest developments in Ukraine. And after the SCO summit in September, when PM Modi had urged Russia to end war, he had sent Foreign Minister Jaishankar to Russia to hold further talks on this issue as well as many others. And presently, only PM Modi among world leaders enjoys the trust of both Russia and Ukraine. But there will be long and hard bargaining, and both sides will have to be flexible before something tangible might result to end war. Moreover, unless US is brought on board, things will not move forward, for it is Russia which has for it is USA which has provided maximum armaments and financial support to Ukraine. It is difficult to say how things will shape up at this point, but one thing is certain: Ukraine is a devastated country. With 35% of its GDP gone, Russia has also suffered huge losses in men and money. Russia has also lost 4.5% of its GDP. So for both, peace is the only option to cut further losses. The third topic for this week: India, a $5 trillion economy. Currently, India, with its GDP of $3.46 trillion, is the world's fifth largest economy behind USA, China, Japan, and Germany. Prime Minister Modi had set the target of India becoming a $5 trillion economy by 2024-25. But the Russia-Ukraine war has created a worldwide economic slowdown. The recurrence of COVID, which is spreading like a wildfire in China, is also giving jitters to every country. The important fact, however, is that in spite of such hurdles, India, at about 6.5% of GDP growth, remains the fastest growing major economy in the world. And if it continues at that pace, government's own revised estimates indicate that at least by 2026-27, which means in another 4 to 5 years, India would become the world's third largest economy with a GDP of over 5 trillion. This is also the estimate of Morgan Stanley, a global leader in financial services. In fact, it adds that within a decade, that is by 2032-33, India could grow into an economy of $8.5 trillion. Factors favoring India's huge growth are many. First, initiatives like GST, major corporate tax cuts, and PLI, that is Production Linked Incentive Scheme, will boost growth. Second, India's heavy spending on its digital infrastructure has made for ease of doing business. This includes ONDC, or an open network for digital commerce platform. Thirdly, India's relatively young population provides it with a vast pool of a skilled and semi-skilled workforce. Fourth, with its population of 1.35 billion, India provides a huge domestic market. So India will most probably maintain a growth rate of 6.5%, whereas China growth will be 3.6% according to Morgan Stanley's estimates. In short, in spite of global headwinds, India is likely to become an economic powerhouse and a viable alternative to China within the next decade. Thank you. If you have liked this talk, kindly like and subscribe.